Welcome, family. One and all, love to you all. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the love that I've received through this channel over the past few weeks. I never thought I would get such a good response, but I did it anyway. So seriously, I appreciate all the views, all the comments, all the subscribers, all the positive feedback I'm getting. I appreciate it all. Seriously, I do. So I thank you all for that from my heart. Thank you. So today I wanted to talk about loving in freedom and non-ownership. So what I mean by non-ownership, when we get into relationships, we start to apply labels to these things like my girlfriend, my wife, my partner, my husband, you know. So this is a form of like ownership. So we get into this thing that we own them now, and these labels come with conditions, and I think if the conditions are not met, then it causes issues, causes problems. I say this in terms of like my girlfriend. Because she's my girlfriend, she should act a certain way or do certain things because she's my girlfriend. Well, we can't never own another human being. We don't even own our children. They are still their own free human beings. Do you know what I mean? So to love in freedom is this. It's to love another human being in their complete freedom. So they are free to do and be whoever they want to be. And it's for us to still love them in that space, in that freedom of themselves, not to confine them to a box or to a label or a condition, which I think this is what we've been conditioned to do. We've been conditioned that, oh, if you're my wife or you're my partner or you're my girlfriend, then you need to behave like this, or my husband, you need to do these things, and it's conditions. But for me, it's like the greatest thing is to love somebody in their freedom of self, in their freedom of being, not wanting to change them to be something that you consider okay. Because we don't want to be changed ourselves. Do you know what I mean? There's a compromise. We can compromise with each other to do certain things in the relationship to help the flow of a relationship. That's fine. But to compromise one's core being to please somebody else, I think is detrimental to oneself. So we need to get away from this ownership mentality of my wife, my girlfriend, mine, because they are not ours, they are theirs. They are free, just as we are free. We're free human beings. No one has ownership upon us. So to love somebody in that space, unconditional, non-conditional love, is the greatest thing that can be, I think, that can be bestowed upon us as human beings. I think a lot of problems in relationships come from this thing of placing expectations upon the other and that expectation not being met. Then it can cause problems. So to be free in love and to not expect them to do what we have been told is expected of a person in a relationship, in a marriage, gives us freedom. It gives them freedom, gives us freedom, because it's both ways. We love them in freedom and we need to be loved in freedom also. We need to be able to do what it is that makes us happy and not have to worry about how it affects other people in that respect. We are not responsible for the feelings, thoughts or emotions of any other person. We're not. We have consideration, and empathy towards others that we get into relationships with, which will maybe change something we might do based upon a consideration or an empathic reason why we might want to not cause them to suffer because of the love that we possess, which is beautiful, you know. But that's your choice. It's your choice to do something different for somebody else. It's not forced upon you to have to do these things because they want you to do it, or they might be upset, and in their upset they lash out, and then you don't want that lash out, so therefore you have to. That's pressure. That's pressure. That's gonna cause disharmony within your body, within your being. An imbalance is gonna occur. I believe these are all my thoughts and feelings. They might not be everybody's shared thoughts or feelings, but for me it's what I've learned over the years. So to truly let one be, it's a great thing. I find life is just an amalgamation of choices and consequences of said choices. So we have the ability to choose at any given moment what it is we do and how we do it. So I say this: have a conversation with your partner. If you're in a relationship or a marriage, have this conversation. Watch this video together. Talk about loving and freedom and what that means to each other. You know, understand the concept, and then understand with each other how that relates to you both, and see if you can start to relate on a higher vibrational frequency, a higher level of consciousness, in freedom instead of in ownership. This is what I think you should try it. I have learned this lesson a long time ago. I still am not perfect, never going to be perfect, but because I understand the concept, I always am brought back to the fact that the woman that I am in relations with is free. I can't control her. I shouldn't want to control her. She's free to make whatever choices she wants to make. The consequences of them choices, well, that's what we all have to live by, you know. We live by the consequences of our choices. So if she does something or I do something that upsets the other, then we have to live with the consequence of the action that we have done, you know. But let go of the ownership of human beings. We are all born free. Yeah, we don't even own our children. They are born free. We are guardians. We guard them with our lives. We don't own them. They are their own human beings. Okay? So, again, for me, this is what it is for me, you know. The greatest gift one can give another is loving them. Is this thing that I, in my freedom, choose to spend my time with you. Yeah? To invest my time, my energy that I can never get back with you. Yeah, this is it. And when the other person does the same to you, understand this is the most beautiful gift that one can give, or that can be bestowed upon another, is the gift of spending that time. Remember, we can't get these years back. We can't get these minutes, these hours, these days back. So if I invest 10 years of my time traveling on a journey with you as a woman, or the other way around, as the woman with the man, that's a beautiful gift. You know? Beautiful. And I choose that in my freedom. There's nothing making me have to do it. There's nothing convincing me or persuading me to have to do it. But to be free in my being and choose that for myself, or for ourselves, there's nothing more beautiful than that. I don't believe. And again, you understand, not all relationships are meant to last forever. There's a saying, for a time, a season, or a reason. People come into our lives for a set period of time, for a reason, or just for a season. There's lessons we have to learn, and only certain people can teach us these certain lessons. So we might have a relationship last 6 months, but we learn so much lessons in them 6 months, and then it's done. Now we're on to the next. I've upgraded, she's upgraded, or you've upgraded, he's upgraded, you know, and then you move on to the next one. And in the next one, you're a better human being for that next person, who might be the one that you spend a long period, 20, 30 years with. We don't know. We never know. We can't predict the future. But if we hold on to things that we're not supposed to hold on to, then this can cause also imbalances, stagnations, blockages in both of the beings. So, love in freedom. Yeah? Let go of ownership. Be harmonious with each other. Remember what choices you make. Make the right choices. Remember, it's just an amalgamation of choices. It's a collection. Life is a collection of choices and the consequences of the choices that we make. This is what I wanted to share today. I appreciate all of the love that I am receiving through this channel. I appreciate all the shares. All I say, I don't want to be one of these YouTube talkers, but what I want to say to people is, if you've subscribed or you will subscribe, please hit the bell. If you highlight the bell, then every time I post a video, you will be notified that it's there. Some people are missing the videos and catching them 2 weeks later, or they've not seen it. So I just say this: if you want to be updated and keep in line with the videos, press the bell. Thank you all. Like 70 subscribers, appreciate it. Thank you. I love you all. I love you all. Health is wealth. Wealth is health. Look after yourselves. Look after your families. Thank you for watching.